This message is for Omar or whoever's subbing in the 4th grade class. Students are going to be doing the microscope observing small animals and protista activity in Seesaw. It's in the subplan, but there might be more than one microscope. So it's just the small animals and protista and single-celled organisms, not just microscopes. Okay, you'll see that activity. The students are going to do it. And your prep for the students is to take these little containers, scoop, and try to scoop deeply because you want to get a little dirt in here. That's a lot of plants. You probably don't want that much plants, but you definitely want it to be a little dirty. Dirty means that they'll be more likely to see little critters in there. When each table gets these, students have been instructed to put only 1 drop on a slide. The slides are about 2 inches long, and then place a cover slip over that drop. After they do that, they can start using the microscope. Remind them to start with low power, go to medium, then high power. Hi everybody, since I'm not going to be here, I'm going to show you the steps that each of you is going to do. First of all, Omar will give 1 beaker to each table. Omar or a different substitute teacher will fill up the beaker from the fish tank. The beaker will have water that's kind of dirty. Students wait until their table has a beaker. Here Eric is getting a pipette. Each student will need their own pipette to get a drop or 2 of water from the beaker. Your job is going to be to take 1 little drop and put it on the glass slide. Nice and dirty. Once I see the dirt come out, I'm ready to put my 1 drop on the slide. Now I gotta go get my cover slip. It's better if you have your cover slip before you get started, then you don't have to walk around. The cover slips and the slides are all gonna be in this little pink bin. Got a cover slip, woo. Dry it off with a paper towel. Okay, now I'm gonna gently put it on. That's what it looks like when it's on. Now I'm gonna place it on the microscope, starting with the low power. And remember, you start off on low power using the large knobs. But once you get it in focus on low power, then it's gonna be time to try the medium power. And when you try the medium power, that's when you're gonna use the tiny knobs to focus. You could use the big ones a little bit, but you're probably gonna also need to use the tiny. And if you get to the super high power, you're gonna only use the tiny knobs here, because if you use the big knobs with the high power, you will break the slides. So start off with the low power and the big knobs. Once I get it in focus, I'll switch to medium power. Watch it for a while at medium power, because it might take a while for you to see things zooming around. And you can try high power, but I'll be honest, high power is actually really, really hard. So you might want to just stick with low or medium power. If you need to adjust the big knobs a little bit with medium power, that's okay. But if you get to the super duper power, only the small knobs. Good luck. Observe as many things as you can. Whenever you see something, remember you can see moving things, which would be protista that are like animals. You could see green things, which are protista like plants. And you might even see some that are like hybrid cars, which would be moving green things that are getting some energy from the sun and some by eating other things. Look at what you can. If you get totally tired and frustrated, work with your classmates, help them. Ask them to show you what they're seeing, and you can also always just zoom in on the little pieces of plant and see what you see, even if you don't see any moving things. We'll have a lot of time to keep doing this and getting better and better each class. Enjoy the exploration.